How's it going, everyone? I'm Adam Molina. Master & Dynamic is a New York-based brand that you'll see in pretty much every Apple store. Their products aren't cheap, but man are they pretty. We already took a look at their brass in-ears, the MW5s, and we're pretty impressed, so we decided to take a look at their new Bluetooth headphones, the MW60s. Hopefully we'll be equally impressed. The box that the headphones came in is less like a box, more like a secret agent briefcase, complete with a combination lock and everything. Opening it made me feel like James Bond accepting a mission. Inside the briefcase, you'll get the MW60s, a carrying pouch for the headphones, 3.5mm audio cable, micro USB charging cable, an even smaller carrying pouch, and of course the instructions and warranty information. Thankfully, it didn't self-destruct after I removed the headphones. That said, if you don't opt for the baller traveling case, the regular consumer packaging is just a simple white box with the headphones pictured on the front. Okay, let's start with the positives. For one, and we might as well just get this out of the way now, these headphones are gorgeous, like seriously really pretty. The genuine lambskin leather on the ear cups and the headband is the perfect complement to the metal industrial design. These headphones aren't cheap, and thankfully they don't feel or look cheap at all. The build quality is worth every penny. The buttons are made of the same metal as the headphones and are perfect to the point that I thought to myself, I wish all buttons were like this. Unfortunately, these beautiful headphones are not without their cons. The MW60s aren't heavy, but they're not light. I found that a small shake of my head causes the ear cups to flip outwards, forcing the headphones to fall off my head. Like that. Of course, you probably won't be shaking your head too often, so it might not be too big of an issue. Still, it's worth mentioning considering the price of the MW60s. These aren't just your average pair of Bluetooth headphones. They're designed with a special antenna on the left ear cup that's supposed to increase the standard range of 30 feet by roughly 4 times. Over 100 feet of range is a bold claim to make, but Master & Dynamic back it up. Kind of. As long as there are no walls in the way, I couldn't get these to skip if I tried, and trust me, I tried. That said, throw a wall or two in the middle, and things start to get a little jumpy. Still, considering how far I was from the source device and how many walls and floors were in the way, I was blown away by how little it skipped. While using these connected to something that's within arm's reach, the connection was flawless, and that's probably how most people are going to use it anyway. Master & Dynamic claim a battery life of 16 hours, but we got more like 14 or 15. This is still a really solid battery life, and will probably last the average person a good number of commutes before they're forced to charge them back up. Keep in mind, should you find yourself low on juice, you can always just plug in the included audio cable and continue listening to music. Being Bluetooth headphones, we did most of our testing using smartphones and tablets, but spoiler alert, I like the sound so much that I had to plug them into my interface to really see what they can do. One other thing to keep in mind if you're thinking of getting these headphones is that they're really bad with sound leakage. Terrible at it actually, so anything that I was listening to at a medium to high volume, the person next to me was listening to as well. Just something to keep in mind if you're thinking of using these for commuting. If you're into a boomy thumping bass, look somewhere else, these are not for you. That said, it doesn't exactly lean towards accuracy either. Instead, it meets somewhere in the middle of accurate and embellished, and it's great. I couldn't get enough of Santigold's Can't Get Enough of Myself, partly because it's a great song, but also because the rhythm of the bass along with the bass kicks were so easy to follow that I couldn't keep my head from nodding along. The middle of the frequency range certainly has a good amount of emphasis, but it's not overbearing. Vocals come through loud and clear, and guitars have a good amount of detail to them. A good example of this is the song Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold, where all of the grit of the guitars is preserved nicely without sounding forced to the front of anything. Highs weren't harsh at all and did have a good amount of detail in cymbals and hi-hats, but they weren't amazingly clear. That said, I consider this modest take on the highs a good thing, since I'm not a big fan of piercing sounds half an inch away from my ears. Overall, I was very impressed with the MW60s. My two biggest complaints were that they weren't as snug as I would like, and also that the sound leaks like every album over the past decade. But besides that, I have no complaints. The sound quality was great, and I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but these are gorgeous. If you're looking for a good and cheap pair of Bluetooth headphones, this is the wrong place to be looking. But if you were already expecting to pay top dollar for the best, these are definitely worth considering. We're giving the MW60s by Master & Dynamic a straight up 9 out of 10. And that's it. Thanks for watching our review of the MW60s. If you want to know more, check out the full written review over at SoundGuys.com. If you like what we do here at SoundGuys, definitely let us know and give us a couple thumbs up down there. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and sign up for our monthly newsletter where every month we give away a cool new audio product. Links to all of that down there in the description. I'm Adam Molina. I'll see you later. You could go now. It's over. You know, just go to the website. Okay, I'm just gonna go.